All right, you all. We said we were going to do a Who's Coming to Dinner Celebrity Edition. If you were dating a celebrity, childhood crush, or current, who would you bring to the holiday dinner?
I always said that. Well, I didn't always say. I told my mom this before she passed. This years ago, maybe about 15 years ago. I told her, I said, if I was ever given a phone call where it said on the other line that they wanted to be with me forever and I couldn't talk to my family again, and it was Miss Jill Scott, I would call my mom one last time and say, "It's been real. I'm with Jill." But at least she would know. She
Oh
would
my
know
God.
ahead of time.
Welcome, everyone. Another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast, and we are in the Thanksgiving stretch. But I am here with my good best friend and co host.
I didn't even know you was talking about me the way that you started off with that intro. We had another guest. But no, I'm just joking. No, it's me, Jeffrey. I'm here. Welcome to the Thanksgiving season. Look, I came festive and ready. See, I got my orange, for the leaves. Have you noticed the leaves are gone now?
We had one good, I think, rainfall. We even had a little snow. And that's when I knew.
How much snow did y'all get?
We maybe got an inch. I mean, it was enough to close schools in other areas, next town over, but yeah,
Well, they got them snow bands over there in Michigan. So
yes.
it just depends on how the wind blows. You may get 8 inches over here and 2 inches over there. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
So welcome back. So how's this season? I mean, we just said we're in the Thanksgiving home stretch. How you feeling? What's your
Man,
list looking like?
man, it's crazy because typically we record on a certain day,
Hmm.
and I canceled. I canceled early in the week. Typically I'll wait to the day of. Last minute trying to fit everything in.
Yes.
But I knew because we did our Thanksgiving dinner for our youth, and so that Thanksgiving dinner, which is crazy because I've been working with this org for like the last 5 years, and this is the first time that I was actually at the Thanksgiving dinner. Because typically the Thanksgiving dinner is the week before Thanksgiving, and
Hmm.
because I always try to spend holidays with, or at least check in, going to the our group home, so I'm always there. So I usually take my holiday the week before. And I didn't do it this year because of the governmental shutdown. So I end up staying this year. So it was actually fun. I got a chance to serve food. And so they look at you in a whole different capacity. And a person that I've never worked in a fast food restaurant before. So I'm at there, I'm thinking I'm cooking it up. I mean, I'm only just asking, do you want plantains or do you want empanadas, or do you want oxtails? But it was fun. It was fun. I came home in glee. It was crazy. I just had fun doing it. Just what I did see is food insecurity is not something that just kids experience. Like real pledged adults that you work with have food insecurities. And
Yeah.
so like we had tons and tons and tons of food. So but typically people think they're going to get like one plate, maybe, you may have some people get two, but we had enough like for 4 or 5 plates for people, so just
Mm.
in case, because some families wanted to do Thanksgiving dinner with their kid who's in foster care. So it was a great, great community opportunity. I got a chance to meet some people. So that was dope. But it leads into the anxiety of Christmas shopping now. And you got 3 weeks, and I thought I was gonna jump off fast with Christmas shopping this year. Because I started like second week of November, and if you know me, you know that is early. You
You
know
see,
what I
I'm
mean?
over here like, what?
Yeah, second week of November. But now I feel the pressure because most of the things that needs to be that you would want on Christmas Day. Um, shipping, shipping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you may get it. You may get it for my birthday. so, um, and then the last thing that I got going on is last minute dinner plans. Typically, I try to make dinner, or I'll go with our staff. So I'll do half, and they'll do half for Thanksgiving. So I'm working on that menu. That's today's plan. Try to come up with for the menu for this upcoming Thursday because I didn't think that Thanksgiving would be this week. I just, it crept up on me. Like I still was thinking we was in the second week of November. I don't know what happened. I lost it. But that was a lot. That was a lot. How about you?
Uh, Last week was a lot. Let's see. Let's make sure I had lipstick on my teeth. Okay.
I'll let
Um,
you know. Look, you do the lipstick and because I'm drinking some Pope in my with the I drink Pope juice, so it may get in my beard. So I'll tell you about the lipstick. You tell me about my beard.
Deal.
Thank you.
Um, let's see. I worked a night shift. Cooper's now into the room, so just anything goes.
Understood.
Um, let's see. I worked a night. I had a night group, plenty of school groups, so plenty of little kiddos processing their grief this week, last week, and woo, we had our annual fundraiser for work, and my goodness, to be in a room with over, I'm gonna say over 125 people dedicated to raising funds for people being able to process their grief for free is it was inspiring. It was motivating. It didn't feel like work. It was a good night. It was a night of networking, um, kikis and laughs, but yeah, it was a good time. So it was good for me to see, actually be on that side because a couple of years I've just been a guest, but actually working for the organization now, I'm able to see a lot from that side when it comes to fundraising. So it was a really good night. That's why I'm a little like, woohoo. And then I do have an event that when we're recording this, it's a Saturday, so I'll be at the Boys and Girls Club talking about legacy for my own nonprofit, which is Story Salon. So busy, busy week. That's why I'm happy about this break that is coming.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's I mean, I know in the space that you're in, especially when we're talking about grief, I know it had to be to give a comparison. It's kind of like Comic Con, and I don't know if you're familiar with Comic Con,
I am, yeah,
but it's like people dress up in their favorite characters, and then you look around and you like, damn, we all believe in this cause. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I can only imagine how it was for you to say, hey, not only have I been a speaker or been a guest and I wanted to be here, but now I know kind of like the nuts and bolts of I know the meat and potatoes of how this operates. As in I know the operational side and I understand it from the actual individual. So yeah,
yes,
I know that had to be powerful this week.
yeah, yeah. So I will sit here and say that I received almost 8 hours of restful sleep. Um, yeah, so that's why I'm here bright and early, ready to record.
Got you. What we got?
All right, so this is the time of year where everybody got a job, and we're gonna talk about it this year. Like that means the time of year when you got a dish, that auntie probably always got an attitude. That uncle is drunk in the corner, gonna cuss somebody out. Just everybody has a job. Everybody's job plays into this season. So we're going to move into, and we're also going to tease a little bit about, and you all think about this too. Like you all let us know if you were able to bring a celebrity to dinner with you, who would it be? Okay, so that's going to come up throughout the episode as well. But We're going to dive right into. I know a lot of things that we do also on top of eating. The TV is on, a movie is on. Like we're going to talk about what we're watching and all of that.
Like, I can only speak from my experience as a black youth. So from my experience, either the TV or music was playing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
first of all, Big Mama, Grandmama, G Mama, whoever you want to call that next generation besides your mama, if she heard you talking too much, she's finna cut you up. Because
Yes.
you shouldn't be using that tongue like that anyway. Or my grandma would say, you keep talking like that, you must be lying. Only people who can talk like that is a preacher. And he preaching the Bible. You ain't preaching the Bible. So yeah, it's look, we talking about family. I mean, not family, but it's Thanksgiving time, so
It
but
is.
it's family. You know what I mean? So yeah, that took me right back there. Look, a moment, boom.
Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all what I did this week. Now, let me just go back to Sunday, how the week started. Jeffrey was clearly on one on a Sunday.
Per usual. Come on
Well,
now,
no,
it's Sunday. It's Sunday.
I messed around and I think I text it's Sunday Fun Day. Next thing I know, in between plays or games or whatever, Jeffrey was FaceTiming us, and I feel like we were on the phone all day. Because, wait, I wanted to finish this series, All Her Fault. And I forgot to bring up, so now you can say it on here. I forgot to bring up that I missed a FaceTime call with you while I was in the middle of wrapping up All Her Fault. And it was with someone I don't have stored in my phone. So I was like, what? Jeffrey been on one all day long. We even got Demita. And we know Demita be like,
Rarity,
it's
rarity.
very rare.
Yeah,
Demita, we were on the phone with Demita while she was in the stores looking for stuff this
she
week.
she was in the store too long looking for them shoes.
I'm just
Shout
saying.
out to safe travels, safe travels
Yes,
that she was
like
going
they're
out.
getting their entire lives this week. So it was me, Jeffrey, Tanisha, and Demita on FaceTime. So then I had to get off of FaceTime. I had to say goodbye to them. Tanisha watched B and Eddie. She completed the task. Did you complete the task? She completed it. And then I watched All Her Fault on Peacock. If you have not seen either one of them, again, this is not an ad. I'm just telling you all about good TV in hopes of them paying me in the future about me saying all of that.
All
So yeah, I want to tell you. Oh, Jeffrey has something to say. I had to get my thought out, but go ahead.
right, it was a good Sunday fun day. Actually, I don't know. I ain't mess with y'all on no Sunday no more. No,
Oh, okay.
I'm over it because y'all made me. I missed the first 20 minutes of football. We were just talking. It was a gander. Once you got Demeter on the phone, you got look. You better utilize her minutes like it's like they daytime minutes. You better believe because she got 300 for the year. For the year. And so I got 28, 29 of them on this past Sunday. So I had to utilize my time frame, to spare. So, but no, I ain't mess with y'all on a Sunday anymore. No, it was good though. It was good. I did follow orders. I did conquer my task. I did watch the Eddie Murphy documentary by Tuesday. I told you once football was off, that
Okay.
meant Sunday and Monday night. And then Tuesday I was like, okay, I almost missed it too. I was like, I told Ronnika I was going to have it done, and I completed the task.
So before we even go to that, I want to because I got questions, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. I think since watching the beat, because I if I have to say this every episode, I will. Y'all know that my favorite movie of all time is Coming to America. I've watched it at least twice this week.
Crazy, me too. Me too.
Right. now.
Because it's back. It's back.
Yes,
And you
yes,
watch it like it's new.
yes, yes. F you too. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, man. It is crazy.
Uh,
Crazy.
but there's one that I revisited that and y'all lean in because as a little girl, I was like, oh my God, this is like a scary movie. I watched The Golden Child. Do you
And
remember The
on it,
Golden Child?
no. I don't, and it's crazy because it wasn't a just. I watched Eddie's documentary, and they were just going through all of his movies. And I remember when I was a kid, Golden Child was out, but I couldn't watch those type of movies when I was a kid. So I never saw it. I remember like faintly when you peeping around the corner listening to your parents talk adult business.
Yeah.
Not like now, but I remember hearing feints of about the Golden Child between my aunt and my mom, but no, never seen it, never, and it never thought about going back to watch it because it says child in it, and you know, as adolescents, you're growing up, you're not trying to see anything with a child, so I've never seen it. So I got new homework, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go with Golden Child. You don't have, you can spoil it for me because I'm gonna see it at some point.
I'm just gonna say is watching it because I've watched it plenty of times as a little girl, and again, is certain parts of the movie I was like, oh my goodness, this is like a scary movie.
Damn, y'all, they would let you do anything over there.
I mean,
No,
with
I'm
older
messing.
siblings, they get to watch it, and I'm like, boop, right on the couch.
True, true, true. Your siblings was older, so you see
Yeah,
it. Okay, all right, you got me. You
yeah,
got me.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I think it's PG-13. I think it is PG-13.
Wow.
I
Oh
think
wow.
it's PG-13. But watching it as an adult, and it actually is a faith-based film.
Wow. Wow.
I was like, all the biblical references, got it. Okay. Okay, would have never got this as a little girl, but I can remember the intro. Like I knew the different intros for HBO because we had HBO growing up. I feel like that was a part of one of the cable packages.
You
We
had a two-parent household. If you had the cable box with the tick 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 tick, and you could hit the two, because everybody else has started on three. If you got the two, you had HBO. So I'm just throwing it out there.
So that means I was able to watch. So I knew the intros for The Last Dragon, Golden Child, Breaking 1 and 2, but my favorite is
break
Electric.
break the
My favorite
electric
one,
boogaloo. Make sure you get it.
Boogaloo
Okay.
is my
Oh.
favorite one. Coming to America, like the intros I knew with the horse and all of that. I knew them. Dun, 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 dun. I knew
Mhm.
them. So now that I'm going back and watching them as a full on, as a big old adult, I'm like, wow, this was the message, and how a lot of these stories, again, why I love Eddie Murphy, but how going back to those stories, those movies, those shows have kept me grounded. But yeah, this past week I went back to Golden Child and Coming to
Coming to America, I really like, a lot of movies as they age, like the quality of the movie, even on television, is trash. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
But Eddie, I mean, somehow, some way, when they were recorded it initially, they kept that, or where it was going to be able to keep up with, the quality. And so it feels like you're watching something that could be happening right now.
Mhm.
Obviously, you can see from a technology standpoint, but the imagery is, over decades. So yeah.
So, what are some movies that we want to talk about that have made us who we are? So can you think of some movies that define Black culture and family movies? One more time, Ronika. One more time. Movies that define Black culture and family moments for you from the 80s, 90s, or even the 2000s. Because I know around this time of year, people start throwing out like the different Christmas movies that we have, I guess, in our libraries now. But what are some for you?
It just depends on what part of your life. Like
Mm,
I remember The Best Man being one. One would say, "Well, how's The Best Man?" Well, I was a college student coming home to see my friends during the holiday, and I ain't seen them since our transformation from high school, 4 or 5 months. And
mhm,
believe me, everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? So I like the best man. I'm really big. I like movies, but imagery is everything, and so I like to see imagery that. What is that quote about? Art imitates. What is it?
Oh, imitation. Wait, no, art
It's
imitation.
something around here. We
Yeah,
we we
yeah,
playing
yeah,
with it.
we'll get it. We'll get it. Art imitates life.
I think so. Well, from my standpoint, I like to see imagery on film that reflect my melanin. As in, I want to make sure that it's people that look like me. However, I do really like, and I think of a Christmas movie, it is Home Alone, and I think I identify with Home Alone because I'm an only kid. So that was one of my Christmas movies. But then I would always have to go to Soul Food.
Mhm. Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, another a movie that you just put on. Uh, a movie that you just put on is um, Friday After Next. That's my classic. That's my new classic. Friday After Next, the one where Ricky Smiley is the hood Santa Claus. Oh my God, that's top 20 of all time. Top 20.
The one that he said he was originally supposed to be the pimp.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. When Money Mike
Yeah.
was the pimp. Even better. And then we got the fellow Bronco. He was
Oh,
Damon, Terry
yeah.
Crews. Come on
I'm
now,
a man,
fellow.
Damon. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Really good movie. I know you like you stammering through it. No, it's a good movie. You go back through it, man. It was sliced. Mike Epps, shout out to the Midwest, shout out Indianapolis. Mike Epps did his thing in that movie. For him to come, like, next Friday was great, but he had to come. You already had Friday, so then he solidified himself with a foundation in next Friday. However, you ain't even think about Chris Tucker after the third. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? You're like, well, he ain't even coming back. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Mike Epps is funny. He runs that movie. He did. The scene, and then the landlord. Oh man, the landlord. The way that she was trying to get with Mr. Jones,
You
and
mean
then
Mrs. Gaines?
who?
Remember she was Mrs. Gaines in A Different World.
Yeah, because another black actress been around a long decade. Remember, she was also uh, David Allen Greer's mom in. Come on now.
Week 2. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put it down,
I'm gonna
and
talk about that too again. It's gonna
we
come back up.
we gotta know her name. We want to give a shout
Oh
out
my
to her.
gosh. Yes,
Yeah,
because she
you know,
just did
look
an
her up.
interview with oh my gosh, she just did an interview that I watched clips of. But yeah, because my alias when I had a Twitter account was Velma Gaines. Because she would be the one, because if you think about it, she was the one that would always reference the real celebrities. So, okay, you all think about it. The last episode of A Different World, Diane Carroll got up and said something. She was drunk. Her and Patty were drunk. And then Velma said, Whitley, your mama thinks she Diane Carroll. She would do stuff like that. And I was like, I am so Velma.
look, 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 look. You got your moment now when you were going through it because that's your favorite show. I had to take her because she's on my favorite show, which is Martin. Because that's Myra. And Shanae was cutting them toenails.
The toenails.
Yeah,
You had
yeah.
to get the drill out and get to go. Oh yes, Shanana. Yes, yes.
Look, she
Oh,
said, Shanae, come over here because I don't like her attitude.
them toenails was flying. I said,
Yeah.
oh man,
So
yes.
yeah, classic. See, it's classic. So Friday After Next is one that I could just put on, and it connects to generations now. Like older generation, my generation, kids, they be like, oh, it's not like It's a Wonderful Life or something like that.
Ann Weldon.
That's her name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, Ann Weldon.
Wow. Yeah, she's done a lot.
Wait, no, no, no. I'm sorry. Ann Weldon is the first, if you remember, in the episode that Jaleesa and Walter were getting married. Mr. Gaines, that was our first time seeing Mrs. Gaines, and that was Ann Weldon. But the Mrs. Gaines became, and the permanent Mrs. Gaines became BB Drake. So that is her, BB Drake.
I wonder what's her story.
She's
That's
been
what
on
we're.
Good Times. She's been some
Hmm.
of everywhere. But yeah,
Yeah.
there is a there is a I have Holding Court podcast. She's on that episode. So those are the clips I was seeing. She is 85 and she looks good. She
She's
looks
been around. She's been around. Yes.
She looks
Yes.
good. So yeah, if you all get a chance, go look up some stuff with some interviews with her that she did recently. I said, all right, okay. She has some pretty iconic roles, I can say. All right. I don't know if I cut Jeffrey off, but did you conclude your thought?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Okay. Because we are going to transition into at the playground.
You know,
Playground.
look, it's crazy. I was just sitting in the I was at home making food and I was doing your part and my part. Like we own it now. Sorry, ABC. We the
Sorry,
new 1, 2, 3.
it's ours now.
It's ours. It's ours. I
Ours.
like that.
It's ours. Okay. So we're going to share some childhood memories of Thanksgiving and holiday dinners. And I feel like one of them I kind of warped back to when we worked together, but I won't bring up that one because those were always funny. But we want to talk about who cooked what, who showed up late. It's usually us, but do you want me to start or you?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. So I'm going to start with who brought nothing but left with a full plate.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because once my aunt on my mom's side, when she had fixed up her house and she was ready to entertain, because I mean, just know that my aunt Barbie is an entertainer. She loves to entertain. So we're over there, and at this point, my grandma has a twin, so her and her twin sister are in the kitchen area. That's where they're we do bingo. We do bingo, especially on Christmas. It's a thing. But Thanksgiving, we know that the dinner starts at 3 o'clock. I know we said it starts at 3, but does it really start at 3?
Sound like from the church said.
Okay. Okay. So we would have habits of bringing friends with us because now it's an open door. Like, oh, well, you ain't got nowhere to go. We'll just come. Didn't ask not a person, just said, I'm bringing somebody with me. So one year I brought a friend. I think my sister brought a friend too. And we had this thing of, especially for Christmas, because of bingo and our aunt was buying all the gifts, we would pitch in. So the year that I brought a friend, of course, I gave my dues for the gift, and my aunt would have this grand prize, and my friend won the grand prize.
Mm-mm.
I think that was the last year any friends were invited to any gathering because not only did this friend not contribute anything, they like, my family like, damn, she left with the grand prize. I think she left with two big prizes. And my aunt's friend, God rest her, she was always clocking to see who was leaving with what. She ain't paid shit either, but she was always clocking to see who left with what. So I really feel like that was, if that wasn't the last year, that was the second to last year. That it was like, if you bring in a friend, they gonna have to put $5 or $10 in the pot. Because if they walking away with $100, this is now some family members was like, okay, well, we just, hey, she won fairly. It's like if you go to the casino, you know the risk.
They like she shouldn't even been in the pool.
Well, listen.
I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, that's something to
You
discuss.
shouldn't
Like,
play
who said
the
that she
last
could
one.
come? She ain't put no money in. Look, you see me back here. I'm running the numbers, and it. I'm over here like it ain't running
It ain't
right.
adding up. It ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. So yeah, that was one of those memories where we look back and chuckle like, damn, yeah, I don't think we had friends no more after that. No, we didn't. The friends were coming after we played the game. Like, yeah, you can come at 6. You can come at 6.
Right, 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 right. We'll see you a
We
little later.
played at 6. So that's one of my memories. As Jeffrey said, who how she get to play?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Well, I looked at it. Look, one, you had said so much in there. I wanted to interrupt, but the story was good, so I was like, let me just ride it out. But when you talked about cooking the food, the first person I came up with was my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She was around growing up. She cooked all the food because that was like their era. Like they cooked the food, but it wasn't by choice. And what I mean by choice, she would make them beg and plead her, and they had to pay. Like you gotta buy the food. Like I'm on Social Security here. Like I'm not gonna buy all this food and no. Y'all buy
Yeah.
the food. So then now I remember it would be like a week before and she would bring a few of the majority of the kids, mainly the girls, her female daughters. Well, her daughters, not her female. But she would bring her daughters down to her house, and then maybe my one uncle would show up. So maybe you got four that would be there, and then they kind of would determine like what would be the menu. Like I'm under 10 at this time. And then well, who's gonna pay what? And then she would allow them to argue over who was gonna pay what. And then you already knew it was gonna be somebody wasn't gonna be able because it's a family. You know, somebody family is not gonna be able to afford it. And somebody within the family is not gonna be able to afford it, and you're gonna have to eat that cost. Like it's just a part of it. Like and you would hear the spat back and forth, well, I ain't paying for this and that. And now as I've grown up, like I don't even get caught up in that. Like it's about laying the foundation. You play different roles, you know what I'm saying? So but let
Yeah.
me stay focused on the cook part. So
Yeah.
yeah, my grandma was the cook and she would she would make them squabble to decide how this was gonna happen, but she was gonna do the labor.
Mm,
So it was like it was yeah, it was almost like a business. Like I know I'm the chef. I'm gonna do this, but logistically, how are y'all gonna make this happen one by one? I'm gonna make y'all play with each other to make this happen. Yeah, I guess. But if you have 6 kids, like that's what you kind of been managing, like their whole life.
mm-hmm.
Then the second thing that when you were talking about the plate, you know, who taking plates. I mentioned earlier about food insecurity because you just never know. For some, for some people it could be food insecurity, but for some people it's a trigger. Like something in their lifetime has made them when food comes out, I got to get as much as possible because I never
Yeah.
have it. Even
Yeah.
if they have good means now, like they're well off. They're still like, I gotta have 8 more deviled eggs. You know what I'm saying? And then now they sick. We've seen it before. You've seen people do that. You like, damn. It's like, but you just intaking. But when I was growing up, that plate access, the warden was on it. My mama was on it. My grandma made the food, and you wasn't finna take shit from my mama. So she would argue down. I mean, argue down over the littlest. I mean, she'd be like, "Oh, you want a plate to go? I'll make it."
Yeah.
Like one of those. Like you're not going in there. First of all, you ain't washed your hands. You know, it's the whole thing, man. It's the whole thing. So you're not even gonna. If you're a guest, I'm not gonna even put you through that. Cause they gonna put
Like
you through
that.
the gauntlet. You know how many people you talk about bringing people over. I brought girlfriends over for Thanksgiving, and they get ridiculed, or you assimilate. Next thing you know, you washing dishes. You didn't even know you came here to do that. Talking about some. That's how you paid for your plate. You know. Yeah, my family can get a little raw when it comes to
Yeah.
that.
Now I
Uh,
understand why our families have been friends all these years.
but then the last one is showed up late. And shout out to my uncle. But he's always said, I remember when I was a little kid, my uncle said, he said, he would always talk. He was a comic book guy that grew into it. You know, he's an adult. And he would always kind of like give us comic book stories. Like life, no matter what was going on, it was always was like a comic book story. He would explain Ronald Reagan stuff to me in comic book form, like no lie, so I could get it to understand what was politics that was going on in America. Well, he always said he was nocturnal, and I didn't understand what nocturnal meant when I was a kid. Well, he's the example of showing up late. Like if we had dinner at 3 o'clock, like you said, and I mentioned earlier about church because you know church folks they let you hey just in case you want to do the church thing, we ain't gonna interrupt that, so they get
Yeah.
you to 1:30, and now you got an hour and a half to get here to this dinner at 3. Well, my uncle he wasn't gonna show up to 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and he got kids too, and so my grandma would ridicule him. Them kids been waiting all day. Now my nocturnal uncle. Oh, but the party was at his house. So he
Yeah.
would be like, "What are you talking about? Like, I don't do the day shift. I got the night
Yeah.
shift." You know. So
Hey, I was preparing the second shift over there.
come on now, come on.
Thank
I had. He was like, "I got to get some sleep."
you. Want me on or do you want me on? Which one?
Correct. 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 So
Yes.
yeah, that was my. That's at the playground with the
Woo!
with the
You
book.
know.
Yeah.
All right, you all. We said we were going to do a Who's Coming to Dinner Celebrity Edition. Are you ready?
Yep. No. Yep.
If you were dating a celebrity, childhood crush, or current, who would you bring to the holiday dinner?
Um. I'm gonna go with Jill Scott. Yeah, I always said that. Well, I didn't always say. I told my mom this before she passed. This years ago, maybe about 10, 15 years ago. I told her, I said, if I was ever given a phone call where it said on the other line that they wanted to be with me forever and I couldn't talk to my family again, and it was Miss Jill Scott, I would call my mom one last time and say, it's been real. I'm with Jill. But at least she would know. She would know ahead of time. She would know ahead of time to come to dinner, and they know I'm a winner. So hey, look, come on, Miss Jill. Yeah, that's mine. That's my celebrity crush. There's a few others, but as an adult, oh yeah, Miss Jill Scott.
Okay, let's see. That's nuts.
Don't laugh at me. What do you mean? What's nuts
We
about
know
it?
you've been loving Jilly from Philly for a long time.
Yeah, we're only 2 hours away. Talking about why I move east.
Okay, a childhood crush or current. Who was I? It's only been a few people that I've just been like obsessed with.
We said crush. We ain't say obsessed with her. We're,
Yeah, that's
we're not, and allegedly.
don't think that I'm crazy. I wouldn't ever.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, come on, some. It's only
I
a few
don't
I've been
need.
looking for.
I don't need anybody clotheslining me when they see me out. I'm not coming over there. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, she does whisper in your ear about, but that's a whole nother subject.
It's just like we're. My crush would be, and I think that it would be a Wang Dang doodle over time.
Wang bang doodle of a time is priceless. That I want to be at that one.
Gosh, who was I in love with? Growing up, I was really in love with Bobby Brown, but I don't know if I would bring him to a family gathering. I mean, the bad boy Bobby Brown
Think you want to your
to my
daddy would shred up Bobby Brown. He'd be like, "It's my prerogative." He was like, "Wrong answer, wrong answer. Sorry, cuz wrong answer." Nah. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
So there was once upon a time that I was really into Jay Ellis. And I even shared that on my social media last week. Is that I can remember when he commented on one of my posts, one of my still thankful posts. Don't you start what you finna make notes about so you can bring it back. Don't you do it.
Oh my
Don't you
God. Nothing. look, look, if we were married, nothing there.
nothing. So that's who I would bring to dinner because my I feel like my father would be cuz my dad was always, does he have a job? That was his leading like not even really where, cuz he knows, sometimes you come from a really um unique family that we're not going to even bring that up, but yeah, it would totally be Jay Ellis because he has a job. He's an only child.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, only child. His parents military, so of course my dad would just be all in on that, and my mom would just be like, "Oh my gosh, he's tall and he's handsome, perfect." The job is an added bonus, and he treats my daughter right. So that's what my crush. I mean, now he's married with children, so I mean, I can't bring him now, but that was my celebrity crush for a very long time, and I thought Chantel was going to be my connection. But then when he commented on my post some years ago, because you all, I used to do a Still Thankful challenge, 30 days of thanks in November. And it was not about tangible things. So I talked about love, I talked about friendships, I talked about family, I talked about peace, legacy, all that. These are the things that are stories that were attached to what I was thankful for. And he commented on the day that I talked about laughter. And I thought it was love at first sight, but that was all in my head. So,
Maybe he was just tangling already, and
yeah, I think he was already.
maybe.
I think he was already
Yeah.
tangled. I think he was already in entanglements. But if I'm single and he's single, and we want to make this work, then just know that I am. No, I'm not available. I don't even know why I thought about that.
I was gonna say, NDRE, I am ready for love. Or what are you saying over there?
But anyways, that's who I would bring to dinner. Okay, and he's also in my, the show that I watched. All her fault. So yeah, that's who I'm bringing. So,
All right.
but I do have a question. If you brought us another celebrity to dinner to get along with your people, just not even on a date thing, who would it be?
First person came up to mind. Initially, just throwing it back there, just so we can have like some. But I don't know if he would have a good time. It would be Martin Lawrence. I'm a huge Martin fan, but just I think he would get annoyed with us bringing up all of his moments. But maybe he'd be grateful that, like, damn, they really know my ish. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know he gonna deliver us some zingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It has to be an energy person. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, yeah, it has to be an energy person. A lot of times, yeah, definitely an energy person. It can't be no person that just wanted to, oh, I'm just gonna lay back. No, I want somebody that's gonna, even if I went back, posthumous, I would say like a Bernie Mac. Somebody that's gonna give a little bit of energy, but a little bit of wisdom along the way. Paul Mooney, I think that's bring the comedy to our family because we go Denzel because Denzel talks stuff.
You're like saying all the ones because I was gonna say Eddie or Denzel was gonna
Yeah.
be my guest.
But Eddie is kind of, if you watch the documentary, and this is my shout out for me trying to show and prove that I did. He's an introvert, so I don't know. You said what?
In certain instances,
Yeah, I mean, but that's, I would say you are. I've been there. I've seen it. But y'all know how to make the flip.
yeah.
Real introverts don't know how to make the flip. So
Okay.
that's why introverts get um pissed off at wannabe introverts because they're like, no, like they try to hit a flip of a switch and it's a no doubt. You know what I'm saying? So you just have the ability of doing both.
And I think that's where a lot of people don't know about the term of ambivert, which is introvert and extrovert. You know how to just kind of ride that fine line of the two. So I was identified as an ambivert years ago, but I still joke and say, "Yeah, I have introvert tendencies." It's like, no, I'm a thoroughbred ambivert because I can switch it on and off. But yeah, it's funny that you said Denzel do because Denzel was definitely, "Hey man, this Pauletta's gonna be at my table, and we're
Yeah,
gonna talk. We gonna
yeah.
talk."
I'm with you with the intro and extrovert because if I'm around too many extroverts, I'm turned off. If I'm around too many introverts, they turned off.
I'm exhausted
They're turned off.
because I'm trying to turn them on.
Yeah, yeah. But then you look foolish.
Mm-hmm.
You look foolish. A lot of my friends used to treat me like that when I was younger. You were one of them. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Says the person that okay, so sidebar, the heartbeats and I, we were talking about our first core memories, and Demeter was laughing like, "Damn, Ronnie, you remember one from when you was 3?" Yeah, I said when I was put in timeout because I was following the lead of Jeffrey doing leapfrog on the floor at Pipes
Mhm.
School.
Yeah, they had us on that line. You could
Next
go
thing,
around the line. Wasn't it like a circle or something?
yes, next thing you know, I was in timeout. So, yeah,
Dude, pull up, as the young folks say. Pull up. Let's go leapfrog.
and that's when you segue into foolishness files. Okay,
All
the house.
right, let's go. Let's go, foolish. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so which celeb would bring foolishness to the table, and then which celeb family would you be afraid to meet?
To bring foolishness to the table, where I think would be comfortable, would be Samuel L. Jackson. Um, and I would even slash in maybe Lawrence Fishburne because I've learned a little bit about both of them a little more this year. That gave me a little more depth to
Mhm,
them.
mhm.
A house that when I was a kid that I was scared of, but and I'm gonna go back comedians. I've always kind of liked comedy though. Is and I cannot man, what is his name? Robin Harris. Yeah. Robin Harris was very like aggressive in his comedy, but it was funny. It
Mhm.
was hood comedy before we knew what hood was. You know what I'm saying? It was like neighborhood comedy, as they used to say. It was the Chitlin circuit. But it was so aggressive and so, I kind of like that. Obviously, it can be abrasive to some. That's why I would say I'd be kind of nervous because how the hell did he get that type of energy and that kind of delivery to even have the confidence to do that?
Yeah,
You can take it back to whether he was I mean, and even not just his comedy, but his energy that he gave off, whether it was in School Days, because
house
he's one of the old men sitting outside of the store in School Days, and then House Party. He was the father. You know what I'm saying? He was in a few movies. He
Harlem
was
Night.
actually one of the stars in comedy. Was about to blow up before he passed away with a heart attack, massive heart attack.
Yeah, yeah, I think he was 50. He was young.
I don't even think he was 50. I
Or
think
was
he
he
was like
40?
I want to say like 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look, but let's see. I honestly and because and I believe he's the only child as well.
Who?
Um
Robin Harris?
no, 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 who I'm about to say, but you're right. Robin Harris was 36.
Yeah, he was young. From
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep. He was young. He died in 1990. So yeah. Dion Cole.
Ha! Deion Cole is smooth.
Dion Cole did a stand up shortly after his mom died, and whoa, because I think he used the last 10 minutes of his stand up saying like, "I'm not okay." Like we come out, we give all this energy. He was like, "But I'm broken. I've lost my mama. I don't know what to do." So that was a real moment for me for a comedian to come out and just be very vulnerable for Netflix. I think it was a Netflix special. But, just the interviews and the stories and the way that he loves, especially older Black women, he has this whole obsession with them that I was like, "Oh, if you wanna be surrounded by them, just come to holiday with me.
That's fetishy. That's
They're right there." Yeah, it's like,
fetishy.
he loves them. So just come on, I've got, a variety. They're all beautiful. If you wanna be loved on by some black women, just go to a holiday gathering.
And it's nothing like it. Nothing like it. I was at this Thanksgiving, man. It was nothing like it. I'm like one of the only male managers. And so they're like, "Oh, you need this? No, I'm serving tonight. Oh, ain't nothing like seeing a man doing this." I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
take
if
a
you want
look.
some compliments, go do some volunteer work for a black woman, and she
Mhm.
got you.
Yes. Yeah.
That's for real.
I love that. But Bernie Mac, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. But it's also all Chicago.
Yeah,
Deion
maybe that's all.
Cole,
Yeah, yeah.
Robin, and Bernie
I
Mac.
mentioned Bernie earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
When you talk about Deion Cole, I actually had a chance to see Deion Cole in person in college. He came to Western.
He did?
He did. He came to Western and Gary Owens. Sure did. They were there. That's how the first time I saw him reading the cards, I was like, that's
Wait.
a unique way of doing it. And then if the joke didn't happen well, he would like throw the card off. Yeah.
Yes, he still
That's it.
does that.
Well, he was doing that. He was doing that in the 2004, 2005.
Did I go?
No. I think this was maybe 2003. I think it was before you came to Western.
Or I came. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's a good one.
It's like maybe one of my first comedy shows as an adult. You growing up, you're like, oh, I'm going to comedy show.
Mhm,
Even though
mhm.
I still like going to comedy show. I used to, I used to live in Midtown, and around the corner it was like a comedy factory. So I would go on Groupon, and that was like a good like speed dating thing. So I'm telling you, hey, you get an opportunity. It's a public space. You can laugh. You can go out 2 drink minimum. That's speed dating.
Okay.
Hello, learn something new.
All right. So again, you all remember that you need to vote for where we're meeting up. So now I'm really like, maybe I do need to go back to New York because we wanted to do our live recording in another location. So
Correct.
you all have until the end of the month to vote. So at the end of the month is in a couple of days. So get those votes in. But I feel like I'm coming to New York. It's
was-
showtime.
I feel like it's gonna be like Utah. People be out there just doing random stuff at random times. So
Do
I
not
hope,
yes.
I'm pretty sure there's people out there that want to hear us, in different locations. So whether it's Houston or Dallas
Durham.
or Benton Harbor, because don't even forget us like that.
Okay.
Uh, let's do it.
Alright. Oh, alright, alright. Okay, you all now, you ready for
I got a question.
what?
If they want to vote, how do they vote?
Alright, so they can vote by sliding in our DMs. We also have a poll that's been going on. But yeah, slide into our DMs and with those locations. We'll tell you again. I am Ronika Ronnika dot Williams on everything. So that's one way to vote. Just slide in them DMs.
Fantastic World at MRFANTASTICWORLD. I'm gonna come up with a song for that. I need a song. It's way too much. I
Catchy.
need a
It's
song.
gotta be catchy. It's gotta be catchy. It's gotta be catchy. All right. I know you all are ready for a little bit of rapid fire. Phew. That was like
I
a
feel
pro.
like somebody just shot at me with a little rapid.
Phew, phew. Okay. I feel like we've had this debate before. It never gets old. And I feel like the people need a redo because y'all like to tussle. So at your table, who's the star? Who's the real star? Mac and cheese or dressing?
You asking me?
Yes.
Say that. No, the reason why is because it's hard. It's hard to pick between the two because one, you know, um, they both good. You know what I mean? So it was hard, and I was like, maybe we can throw some greens in there and get two of the three. But if I had to pick, it depends.
Mm.
Who made the dressing?
I
Like it's got to be like for real dressing,
made it.
and not I live over here on the East Coast. They call dressing stuffing.
Mm.
Just want to let you know, and it's not the stuffing in the Midwest that we grew up with. It's actual dressing, but they call it stuffing. It is crazy. I know some people from, huh? What? Yeah. I grew up in the Midwest. We call dressing dressing. They be like, well, what is dressing?
Yeah.
Dressing is, cornbread with turkey um that's mixed together with vegetables and broth and then baked. I don't know what stuffing is. You understand what I'm saying? As in, because a lot of times people call stovetop stuffing.
Mhm. Mhm.
That ain't dressing.
Mhm.
You need to be addressed. That's what needs to happen.
What you need.
So there's a difference there. But I like dressing. But then I gotta go over that macaroni and cheese. Is it regular macaroni and cheese or is it baked macaroni and cheese? And then how much cheese did you use? Because some people use an absorbent amount of cheese. So I'm gonna go with dressing. All that. I'm gonna take the dressing, dog. It got meat in it.
Mine will forever and always be ready. You ready? You ready? You ready? The mac and cheese.
It's great.
So I don't even need to talk about it any further.
All right.
Cheese.
Look,
You're looking for the mac and cheese because you just. I think for the culture, you just automatically think like, okay, turkey and dressing. Turkey and dressing. That's how we say it. Turkey and dressing. It's not just turkey, it's turkey and dressing. But the mac and cheese, if someone F's it up, you're gonna F up the whole meal. Okay, and that's okay.
yeah, because I've had some bad mac and cheese,
Oh man. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll even say I made some bad macaroni and cheese too.
Same. Like
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I
yeah.
definitely missed an ingredient. I did. I missed
I
it.
overcooked the noodles,
Oh no.
and then they become mush almost. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Embarrassed.
Guilty. Okay. Who cuts the turkey?
Growing up, I think we had a big turkey, but my grandma used to like. I grew up in a matriarch family. The women did everything. It was always that. Now, it's me, which is weird, as an only kid because I didn't even see my grandma cut the turkey. She was like, here's your plate." You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't
Mhm.
even see the whole turkey curtain cutting process. However, you got to learn how to cut it toward the grain, and so yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
My grandmother would tell us because we would kind of arrive late.
I'm
Don't be
thankfully I
butchering
live with my look. Thankfully I live with my grandma, so I was never
and
late.
you were there. You were already
Yeah,
there. But we
my
were
bad.
we were arriving a little fashionably late, and she would tell us, "Do not butcher her bird." But that's when I also learned about white meat, dark meat. So, oh my god, this is
So
a
this was the adults.
yeah, this is a thing. I want the turkey breast. Now I don't want no turkey. It's like, oh wow, okay, okay. So it's really juicy on this side. Okay, all right, okay. So that's what I learned. So I was cutting the turkey after someone has already cut it. Now who shouldn't cut it is me. I should not be the first person to cut turkey because I know that was our next question was who shouldn't cut the turkey? Me. I should not cut the turkey.
Hey y'all, did you grow up with an electric knife?
I think there was one, but I feel like that was at the other grandmother's house. It wasn't at the OG, like the where we were stopping at first. It was no, I've already what is it? I've already got it sharp. I've already done it on the leather.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Damn, on the leather. That took me back to color purple in an
Yes,
instant.
yes,
Yeah, that took me
yes.
right
Like
back
I,
there.
you, it's already. Let's go. So I shouldn't be cutting it first. All right. What is your best Thanksgiving movie?
I don't think I have a Thanksgiving movie. I remember being like once we got older, you would after you eat, you would find something to do with your friends for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Maybe go to the movies or maybe you went to like uh, a little jump off or some little
Mhm.
party afterwards. But you didn't stay with your family. Once you got older, you didn't stay with your family once dinner was over.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. You would hope that you got a second plate so you have a plate later when you come in. You know what I'm saying? But if not, then you know you got to go back over there tomorrow to get another plate.
That's
And
it.
that could be some bad times again, you know. If they had good blood the first day, but 2 days back and forth with each other, and they only see each other every 3 to 4 months. It could be an argument.
It's the you left early without cleaning shit. Now you back.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the little stuff you ain't put in, but you want another plate. You know that. Yeah, yeah. How you gonna take care of them kids and you got them dressed like that yesterday? Yeah,
Say,
it's a lot.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Celebrity you never bring to dinner. Mhm.
Donald Trump.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if he'd make it through the door, but yes.
I mean, he would make it through the door. I'm not putting my family in that type of situation because we would have to. You would have to put up like a little wall because they would be upset, but they would be cordial. But he would be so boastful
Mhm.
that it would just ignite.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
sorry, celebrity, you can't come over here.
Little Boosie.
Why not little Boosie? Little Boosie badass.
If you know my family, if you know, I'm looking in all corners. If you know, you know. Lil Boosie reminds me of my uncles and a few of my cousins, and I just don't need no more of that energy in the damn house. So no, he would
Mm,
never, because they would be like, "What? This one of mine?" Like what? He'd
mm,
be in
mm.
there talking out the side of his neck, and I'd be like, "Enough!" So yeah, he couldn't come. It could only be him and like no other family members. That's the only way he would be able to come. But he too much like them uncles and them cousins, and then I'm like, this some ignorant shit, and you're not finna be a part of it. You're not finna add to it. So no, Lil Boosie,
Mm-mm.
I no, that's Webby. I was finna sing IND, but yeah, no, he's not coming. So who's washing dishes? Your celeb date. Oh wait, did you answer? Who ain't coming? What celebrity ain't coming for you?
Oh yeah, yeah, Donald Trump.
That's right. Okay. Who's washing dishes? Your celeb date or you?
Oh me.
Mm.
I mean, the celeb date is there to entertain. I don't
Yes.
mind busting. I
Yes.
don't mind
Yes.
busting no.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm yelling from the kitchen because I'm listening. Or we got to have a baby monitor or something. I'm still in there, but I'm busting them stuff.
Ah, not a baby monitor.
Something. I got to act like I'm in the room.
Mm-mm.
Got to. So,
No, that's the left. They better be able to work the room.
hmm when I'm not in there, just go entertain, child. You got it. You got it. Okay. Let's go ahead. All right. You all. I'm telling you, this time goes by fast. And I know some of y'all, when you log in, you're like, the hell they talking about for an hour? Good stuff.
Come on now. Come on now. Look, just a little holiday seasoning.
Just a little.
Just a little
Just,
holiday season.
just a little. So we want you all this week to share. This is what we want you to do. Share who you'd bring to dinner. You can slide in our DMs. You can even comment on the post. But yeah, who are you bringing to dinner? Celebrity. Who you bringing? Who you bring? Who you want next to you? Who you want as your plus one? I'm curious to know. I know Jeffrey is, but everybody curious. We want to have a whole dialogue about this. Who you bringing to dinner? Who you bringing? So go ahead.
Next week we want to know because it's the holiday season, so we talking about food and stuff like that. Look, what we cooking? Or what your celebrity cooking? You know what I'm
Love,
saying? What y'all gonna make together? What you
all of
gonna
that.
hey? Let's see, let's
Mhm.
see. You know.
All of that. All of that. So I know the next episode we'll be talking. We're still in this thankful season. So we'll be focusing on more of traditions, stories about traditions from our loved ones and gratitude, of course. But Jeffrey, where can the people find you again?
You can find me on Facebook. My name Jeffrey Jeffrey. last name Booker, Booker, or preferably you can find me on Instagram at Mr. Fantastic World at MrFantastic World WORLD. Last thing before I check out, what I wanted to do is it's the beginning of the season of giving. I know we transitioned. We talked a lot about Thanksgiving. Make sure you give back to your people, invest in them. And what I mean by invest in them, just like give them something. It could be money, it could be friendship, it could be time. Like give them something. What I do want to do is I want to. It starts with you, Renika. I'm giving you something, and it's going to be coming in the mail. If you know, you know. So, a couple years ago, Renika came to visit in New York, and we went to a historic location. Because she loves history, and so this is my first present to you for the holiday season. It is extreme, extreme. So I will be sending this out. It is from the Apollo Breaking Ground. So this is first Christmas gift. So remember, everybody, share with your friends.
Yeah,
We went to the Apollo together.
you
So
did. And I got to rub the rock. It was great. It
you
was,
said
I
what?
got to dance on stage.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
really did.
Dance,
Dance
dance on
on stage.
stage, rub the rock. Yeah.
It was great. I
Now
got
she's
to see
she's one of
behind the
them.
scenes. Remember, I went up the elevator with some strange person, and I got to
I
see.
didn't go. I didn't go and do all that.
Yeah, it was just me. It was just me. And then she followed us to Corner Social, which she realized that we weren't much fun, and she left. But yeah,
She was looking for an action.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, what's that? We ain't keeping the party going. Sorry, girl. I know you here every week, but not us, child. But yes, the Apollo was such an experience because one day soon, Jeffrey and I are going to record a live episode at the Apollo. I'm just
Boy, oh
putting it out
boy.
there. Just saying, we will be on that stage. Yes, manifestation. What I'm doing, manifestation. So thank you. I
No
can't.
problem.
I'm excited. I'm excited. If you know, you know, I'm terrible at buying gifts. I really observe people and I see what they like and what they love and what they're really into. So that's how I buy gifts. And I don't just buy it during the holiday season. I buy it usually all year long. So when people say, "Oh, I'm so stressed out about Christmas shopping," that's not my ministry.
It's not an easy one. That's not my
No,
ministry.
no. But you all can find me. I am Ronika, Ronnika dot Williams on Instagram. I am Ronika Williams on Facebook. There is a couple of us, but my face is my profile picture. And I know before we close, do be sure that we do a late night show on Jeffrey's Facebook page. So be
Sorry,
sure.
I didn't add that.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Just be sure to follow him on Facebook because that is a hoot and holler. That's where we do our live Q&A and we do questions and answers. It's a whole time. So just be sure to so you'll be able to be in the know to catch that. Be sure to follow him on Facebook. But I know my close for this week, and I know Jeffrey may have a different close, but I just want you all to know. Oh no, okay. Whichever stories you bring to the table this year, make sure they're seasoned with love and laughter.
Let's go.
All right, you all, that concludes this episode of the Please Do Tell podcast. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week.
Let's do it.
I love.